Welcome back. Imagine this. You walk into a room and feel an immediate sense of connection to everything around you. There's a sense of balance, a feeling that everything is just right. What you're experiencing is the impact of beauty. But beauty isn't just about the physical things we see, it's about the emotional responses that we feel, the relationships we nurture, and the deeper connections that beauty helps us establish in our everyday lives. Beauty might seem superficial at first glance, but its role is rooted deeply in human psychology, culture, and even in our biology. Today, we're diving into why beauty matters more than you might think, not just in how we see the world, but how we connect to it. So let's break it down. Why is beauty so important? Let's start with the science. Our brains are wired to respond to beauty. It's true. Studies show that when we see something beautiful, our brains release dopamine, a neurotransmitter that's often linked to pleasure and reward. This is one reason why we're naturally drawn to things we find visually appealing. But beauty isn't limited to just looks or appearances. It can be an experience that triggers our senses. It could be a beautiful sunset, the smell of fresh flowers, or the harmony of your favorite song. Each of these experiences sparks a unique reaction in our brains, giving us a rush of positive emotions. This isn't just a random phenomenon, it's an evolutionary tool. Our ancestors used this to their advantage, seeking beautiful landscapes because they usually indicated abundant resources like food, water, and shelter. This ancient instinct remains in us today, shaping the way we experience beauty and connect it to a sense of security and well-being. Now let's talk about how beauty affects our everyday lives. Whether we realize it or not, beauty influences countless decisions we make each day. The way we decorate our homes, the clothes we wear, the designs we are drawn to, all of these choices are guided by what we find beautiful. And while the idea of beauty can seem personal, it also follows patterns. For example, have you ever noticed that certain colors, shapes, or styles just seem to click together? That's no accident. There's a concept called aesthetic harmony, where certain combinations of colors and forms are universally appealing, crossing cultures and time periods. This consistency in our sense of beauty shapes our lives in subtle ways, creating an atmosphere that makes us feel happier, more comfortable, and more connected to our surroundings. A beautiful environment has even been proven to reduce stress and increase productivity, facts that explain why so many offices, homes, and even cities invest in creating beautiful spaces. Beauty doesn't just stop with personal enjoyment, it plays a huge role in our social lives too. Think about it. We naturally gravitate toward people and things we find beautiful, and this isn't a sign of superficiality. It's a deeply rooted social behavior. Beauty, or the appreciation of it, can act as a social connector, helping us bond over shared tastes and experiences. This is why trends in art, fashion, and design tend to bring people together. When you see someone with a style or aesthetic that resonates with you, it creates an instant, if silent, connection. In fact, our perception of beauty can even affect our relationships and social circles. Studies show that people who maintain beautiful spaces tend to experience more fulfilling social interactions and are seen as more welcoming and open. So, beauty goes beyond individual preference. It acts as a social bridge, bringing people together over shared aesthetic values and creating a sense of community. Beauty holds an important place in culture as well. Every culture has its unique standards of beauty, which can be seen in everything from traditional dress to architecture to art. These standards aren't arbitrary. They're built on centuries of history, geography, and shared experiences. Beauty in this context acts as a form of cultural expression, embodying the values, beliefs, and ideals of a society. For instance, in ancient Greece, beauty was synonymous with harmony and balance, and these ideals influenced their art, architecture, and philosophy. Similarly, in Japanese culture, there's a concept called wabi sabi, which celebrates the beauty of imperfection and the natural cycle of growth and decay. When we appreciate the beauty within a culture, we're not just seeing something aesthetically pleasing, we're gaining insight into what that society values and cherishes. Beauty in this way serves as a cultural bridge, helping us understand and appreciate the diverse ways in which people express themselves across the globe. Beauty also plays a key role in self expression and empowerment. It's why people spend time cultivating their personal style or decorating their spaces to reflect their personalities. This form of beauty is about creating a visual identity, a way of saying, "This is who I am." When people express their sense of beauty, it's not just about trying to impress others, it's about feeling authentic and true to themselves. In many ways, beauty allows us to project our inner world outward, creating a sense of coherence between who we are on the inside and how we present ourselves to the world. And this can be incredibly empowering. Studies even show that when people feel good about their appearance or their surroundings, they're more confident, positive, and resilient. This is why beauty isn't just about vanity. It's a powerful tool for building self worth and encouraging us to live authentically. So, why does beauty matter? Because it's everywhere, in nature, in culture, in our homes, in our communities, and within ourselves. Beauty has the power to connect us, lift our spirits, and even help us understand different cultures and perspectives. It shapes our environments, influences our relationships, and gives us a way to express our identity. And while beauty is often dismissed as something superficial, its impact on our emotional, social, and psychological well being is undeniable. Next time you find yourself drawn to something beautiful, remember, it's not just an attraction, it's a profound connection to a fundamental part of human experience. Beauty matters because it brings depth, joy, and meaning to our life. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more topics on the psychology and cultural importance of things we encounter every day, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Beauty might be all around us, but there's still so much more to uncover. Thanks for watching, and remember, there's always beauty to be found if you just take a moment to look.